another sunny day.
Hey guys, welcome back to Yellow Shoelaces. We are here on this beautiful rainy Saturday. I actually like rainy days. It's kind of like a hot chocolate day. You just sit on your couch and kind of get under the covers and just kind of relax, read a book, watch some movies. And speaking of movies, today we are doing a movie review. All right, so today I am going to be reviewing Creed. I know, it's 100 years late, this review is, but it was a good movie, and I just kind of want to share with you, those that didn't see it, I want to share with you, my take on it. And for those of you that seen it, fine, just sit down and listen. What else are you going to do on this rainy Saturday? Huh? What? So go get your hot chocolate, get some popcorn, get the covers, and just listen to my take on Creed. And here we go. Now, I want to start off by saying I've never seen Creed 1 or 2. So I'm just throwing that out there. And I kind of feel like if I saw Creed 1 or 2 now, I would be disappointed only because this movie was so good. It was so intense. Oh my God. I mean, literally, I don't like talking through a movie at all. You can ask a few of my friends, like when we're watching movies, you need to just shut up. The only time you're allowed to talk is if you're going to the restroom or the kitchen to get a snack. And this is just on my little 32 inch. But when we're in a movie theater, you can't even tell me that. Just get up and go. I don't even want to know what you're doing. You don't even have to tell me. Just get up and go. So, yeah, I say that because I'm literally on the edge of my seat during the fight scenes. Like I'm gripping the armrest. I found myself kind of motioning like, oh my God, like if you were at a real fight, those motions that you would make. And I've been to maybe 3 or 4 boxing matches before. And I don't ever remember feeling like the intensity that I felt watching this movie. The fight scene where they well, they closed in on, just the two fighters in the ring and they kind of made you feel like you were in the ring with them. My heart was literally pounding. I'm like, oh my God, this is just so real. Now, leading up to all the fight scenes, they were friends. You get that backstory. They were friends. One guy kind of got caught up in some madness, defending his other friend. And what I liked about this is it wasn't really drawn out. It didn't take on that sense of, I have to pay you back for looking out for me when we were younger. So he didn't get involved in any craziness just to kind of help his friend out. Look, I'm going to help you out by, hooking you up here at the gym. But it was kind of a hesitant hookup. He knew this guy was still kind of like rough around the edges. And he started challenging him right from the get go, Creed's friend. So he's challenging him right from the get go. And it's just kind of like, I need to be in this ring. I need to show people that like I'm stronger than you are. I'm a fighter. And all that time that I spent in jail, no, you owe me a shot to show everyone what I'm made of. Because if I didn't go to jail for you, man, I'd probably be where you are right now. So it took on that tone very quickly when he got out of jail. So that's what I mean. It wasn't drawn out. It wasn't like, I'm going to sleep with your wife. I'm going to like, get your kids to start calling me dad. None of that Lifetime business, drawn out. So we already knew from the get-go what was going to happen. Creed already knew. So he got it right away. Like this guy, although we were friends growing up, he got some shit going on, like some real shit. We need to just like nip this in the bud. So I like that he caught that on early. And I think Tessa Thompson was the actress who played his wife. An amazing job. Again, she wasn't doing too much. She wasn't, siding with the friend. She made a few comments here and there about, I understand because she didn't really know the situation between Creed and this guy. She knew very little, if anything. But she wasn't really like siding with the guy saying, oh, come in my house and let me make you dinner type situation. Look, you know, I need for my husband to calm down. Whatever it is that's going on between you and this guy, you need to calm down. You need to talk to me and we can work this out together. So she was very much that wife, kind of real life wife. Like, what is going on? You know, I'm not going to side with this guy. I'm not going to go up into the mountains and tell him all of our life problems, that situation. She really wanted to talk. She wanted to help. So you felt that. You felt her anger and just kind of like unrest because why aren't you talking to me? What happened between you and this guy that, you know, you are just not being this man that you used to be before he came back into your life? So I really enjoyed, you know, her acting ability when it came to portraying his wife because it was kind of like real world. Like, this is what I would tell my husband or boyfriend. Something is going on. I know it, and you're not telling me. I want to know. And now you're letting this affect our household. We're not doing this. So she finally got him to talk about, you know, what happened. And when she found out, she was like, we ain't doing this. You know, she was totally, you know, ride or die for Creed. We're going to do this. And I mean, ride or die, no gunplay or anything like that, you know, no screaming, let's call the cops type nonsense. But it was like, look, we can do this together. And she let Creed know, like, I got your back. I totally got your back. So, you know, we get to see this guy, you know, after he got a chance to fight at the gym that Creed worked at, well, owned actually. You know, he came into his own. He's like knocking everybody out. And he was an amazing fighter. He was an amazing fighter. But he really tried to step on Creed's toes. Like, he had to show him, you were once a superstar. No more, sir. No more. Now I am going to shine. It's my time to shine. So he gets some of his hooligan friends that, assuming he made while he was in jail or even before that. But as a kid growing up, from what we've seen, he seemed kind of on the up and up. I mean, there was some shady characters, you know, from the part that we seen when he was going into the fighting arena. So maybe those were some of the friends that he kept while he was in jail. Because apparently Creed didn't contact him while he was in jail because we come to find out that his mother was keeping these letters from him because she didn't like the guy for whatever reason. They never really got into that part, why she didn't like him. I can only assume that Creed was sneaking out, going to these fight clubs, and she found out. So that's why she didn't like the guy. But it wasn't anything that would make us, the audience, not like him. They didn't show any of that. So I'm thinking that's probably why she didn't like him. So they didn't really kind of explain that too well. So we find out that she's hiding these letters from him, from Creed. And he was really upset because he really wanted to keep in contact because this guy, like, you know, threw his life away defending Creed. So even though he wanted to help him out, the guy was really angry. Creed's friend was really angry because he felt like Creed didn't contact him. He didn't, you know, let him know that he, you know, appreciated the fact that, you know, he went to jail for him. You know, he felt like, you know, your career took off because I wasn't out there in the limelight. And now when he gets all these fights and he's winning, you know, the ultimate goal is to show Creed that, listen, young boy, I'm the one that got you interested in boxing. So I'm going to knock some sense into you, literally knock some sense into you. So we get to the part where, you know, they're challenging each other. You know, this is all he can do. He's calling Creed out. He's like, look, I'm letting you know that I got it in for you. And the only way I'm going to stop tormenting you or, you know, spreading rumors about you or just bad mouthing you is if you actually get into the ring with me and duke it out. We are going to find out who the king of these streets are. King of the streets. Now, Creed is retired. He's chilling. He's living his best life, suited up, coming to the gym, checking on his young kids, showing them what's what and what not. And you quickly learn to dislike this guy. Quickly, you're like, this guy's a bum. You know, Creed helped you out, get in the gym. And not that Creed thought he was an amazing fighter. he was good in Creed's eyes, but I don't think he was thinking like, listen, guy, you're not superstar status yet. You need some work. But his friend was like, I don't need work. What I had going on before I went to jail is still in me. And while I was in jail, I was still duking it out. You know what I'm saying? I was just like beating up guys for the cornbread or whatever else they had. So he felt like good enough about himself that he can go back into that ring and become number one. And, the fight scenes that we were seeing in this movie, again, super intense. I mean, gripping my armrest. And normally I'm like all face down in a bucket of popcorn. I was literally not even eating popcorn. I mean, I was just stuck with my hand in the air, popcorn in hand, like, oh my God, this is so intense. It was so action packed. I felt like I was actually in the theater. That camera action was amazing, amazing. We get to the scene where now, he's calling Creed out. He's like, look, this is what's going to happen. It's me and you. He's telling all the reporters he's scared of me and he won't fight me because he's a punk, basically. He's a punk. And Creed is like, you know what? He already spoke to his wife. He told him what's what. This is what happened when I was younger. And, I'm really trying to be cool about this, but I can't. And the wife is like, look, whatever you need to do, I got your back. All I'm saying is just handle it in a professional way, which meant, ain't no street justice. You're going to handle this in the ring like you do. Now, normally when you watch movies like this, you just kind of feel like you already know what's going to happen at the end. It's going to be la-di-da. They're going to come to terms, shake hands. In my head, I'm kind of thinking that, again, I didn't see Creed 1 or 2. So in my head, I'm thinking, it's going to end like that, the shaking hands. He's going to show him what's what, and Creed is going to, bow down and just, walk away. And, I was kind of already with that mindset. But no, it did not happen that way. They were in that ring, and you felt in your seat every blow, every thought. Like, I felt like I knew what each one of these guys were thinking as I'm watching them fight. It was like, oh my God, this is going to happen. No, no, no. I'm like all over my seat, moving around. And, even in the back of me, you hear members in the audience like, oh God, no, no, no. And I'm so hyped now because I'm like reliving that image in my head. And it was so amazing. So they're tussling it out, fighting blow for blow. And I mean, it was done so well that you just, at this point now in the middle of the fight, you didn't know what's going to happen. So whatever I thought was going to happen, I didn't think that anymore. I was really up in the air. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how this is going to end. And however it ended, I would have been okay with. However it ended, I would have totally been okay because it was that good. So, as they're fighting and they're nearing the end, and you're just like, kind of like, oh, I could see either guy totally taking this fight. I could see either one of them taking a fight. But, in the end, Creed prevails. He's just putting a whooping on this guy. And, it ends. The movie ends. So we see, Creed is just kind of like, I showed him. He's kind of sad that it had to come to this. He's fighting his friend. This is a childhood friend who kind of put him on to boxing. He showed him kind of the ropes and, what he can aspire to. So the fact that you had to take this man to the ring to kind of, put it on him as, the younger friend, it said a lot. So you felt all those emotions. And, he respected him after that. It was kind of like, okay, we did this, it is what it is. And we had to fight this out to just kind of say, one, I'm sorry for not being there. It wasn't my fault. I didn't know. My mom was keeping this from me. And then, his friend had to just kind of show him like, look, I'm angry. And it's not necessarily I'm angry at you because you didn't contact me and I thought you did it on purpose. But it was other things going on. The fact that he was in jail, and I'm sure he'd been through things in jail. So he needed to release that pent up energy. And what he really needed to do is stop hanging around with those thugs he was hanging out with. We saw one part in the movie where Creed kind of came to him and was like, guy, like, what's going on? And then his hooligan friends was like, what's up? Like, we'll kill you right here, but, his friend was like, nah, chill. Like, don't kill him because I think I'm going to kill him in the ring, which you wind up not doing. But that's just my little bootleg take on it. I don't know. So that's it. And it ended. And Tessa was amazing. The wife, she was just like, look, that's my man. His daughter got in the ring and was like, look, I'm thinking Creed 4, because it's definitely going to be a 4. I'm thinking his daughter is going to be like, listen, another Layla Ali. That would be amazing, right? She's going to be Layla Ali. She's going to be in this ring. And then, I could see a Creed 4 with the daughter grown and kind of getting her boxing career underway. I can see that happening, definitely. So yeah, the movie ended, and I was really, really impressed with everything. I mean, hands down, standing ovation. Second time this year, standing ovation. I think I told you guys that I seen Avatar, The Way of Water, standing ovation at the end, and Creed, standing ovation twice. And it's not too many movies that I've seen that it's just like, yay, it's so beautiful, tearjerker even. There were guys in the theater, and they're not wusses or wimps or anything, but it was kind of emotional. Um, so yeah, for those of you who did not see Creed, I would recommend, if you don't have an entertainment system in your home, and I'm talking surround sound, 50-inch TV, go to a friend's house that has this, because if you watch it on your 32-inch TV, like I have, now my TV is really just for like soap operas. Don't go judging me about my soap operas. We all have our little guilty pleasures. I mean, some of you like to eat mayonnaise, and that's what you do. I watch soap operas, so there. And I'm saying that to say, watch it on a big screen TV, surround sound, because you're going to really totally get the feel for this movie. Like if you're just home 32-inch in it, I don't know if it's going to do this movie justice. I really don't know if it's going to do this movie justice. I would definitely watch it again on my TV, because I've seen it already in the theater. I'm saying if you haven't seen it in the theater and this is your first time seeing it, you might want that experience. But if you've seen it already, go ahead and watch it on your 32-inch TV. I love my 32-inch. I love Days of Our Lives on it. It fits just right, especially Lifetime movies, because I kind of already know how that's going to end up. So yeah, I would definitely say do that, because it's an amazing movie. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. We are going to do another movie review, because I just seen Beast with Idris. All I'm going to say is he didn't need the money that bad. Like, I don't know if you guys seen Beast, but I would definitely say wait for the review, because you might not want to see it. I'm just going to say that. I'm watching these movies for you guys. So thank me later. So on that note, I'm going to let that be that. Remember to always stay intrigued. And until next time, bye.